Hi everyone. This video is for anyone who's been raised as a woman and would like to decondition from any of the harmful narratives that may have come with that for you, depending on which culture you're from, but a lot of cultures have some harmful narratives. And we're going to do a tapping practice, an EFT tapping practice. What it means is that we'll be tapping points of the body that calm the nervous system as we are changing the beliefs that we have about ourselves. And so EFT tapping has been proven successfully for war veterans, for chronic PTSD, so for quite serious issues. So it can be quite powerful. This is a bit more gentle practice. I would say kind of like average in terms of gentleness. But what it does is it calms the nervous system as we are sort of installing new beliefs. You actually can rewire the brain with that. So I'm going to show you the points that we'll be tapping on before we actually do the official sequence, let's say. So the points are, there's this point at the side of the hand that you can tap. It's called the karate chop point. Might help you remember. We're going to stay there for a while. Then there's this point, the start of the eyebrow, the temples, under the eye where you can feel the bone, the upper lip, right below the lip, the collarbones, and then here, kind of under the arm where if you're wearing a bra, the bra step would be. So I'm going to tap with you, right? So you don't need to remember any of that. But we'll be saying those sentences that I just talked about, and you can just repeat after me. Hope that's clear. If you have any questions as you're doing it, please just post them below and I can help you. So we're going to start tapping on the side of the hand. Even though I've been conditioned as a woman, so you repeat, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. By the way, if something doesn't resonate, you don't have to repeat it, except for this phrase about loving yourself, because if you do that often enough, you will start believing it. Even though I've been conditioned as a woman, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I may have adjusted myself because of this conditioning, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I may have been hiding parts of myself due to this conditioning, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I accept that there are parts of me that are deeply conditioned, and I'd like to move through those. Going to the inside of the eyebrow. All this conditioning to the temples, all this conditioning I've been subjected to my whole life. I may have learned that I should always put others first. I may have learned that I always should be nice. I may have learned that I can't be angry. To the collarbones. I may have learned that I can't be assertive. I may have learned that it's selfish to say no. I may have learned that I have to sacrifice my health for other people. I may have learned that I shouldn't take up too much space. All of these teachings are incredibly tragic. They are incredibly harmful for a child. And they might be harming me still today. Today, I'm starting a new chapter. I no longer subscribe to these beliefs. And I'm moving through any pain that these beliefs have caused me. Sorry. I'm allowed to take care of myself. I'm allowed to take care of my health. I'm a human being. And any feelings are allowed for me to have. Anger is a sign that something unjust is happening. My anger is sacred. I'm learning to express my anger in a safe way. And it's okay if other people are bothered by that. Even if part of me doesn't believe that yet. It's safe for me to be angry. It's safe for me to say no. It's safe for me to take up space. Being assertive, I may have learned that being assertive means I'm a bitch. Or that I always need to smile. I'm being assertive when I need to. And I smile when I want to. That's my new narrative. I may have learned that my worth depends on my looks. That I have to be skinny, but not too skinny. That I have to be hairless. That I have to be young. And the list goes on and on. I release myself from all the pressure this has given me. I'm moving through any sadness I may have about this. My value does not depend on my looks. I'm valuable just because I'm a human being. Oh, sorry. I'm skipping one. Just this one. I'm valuable just as a human being. And I'm deciding in what ways I want to matter. I'm deciding what is a meaningful life to me. I may have learned that I should want to have children. And that you can only be complete if you have them. I may have learned that I should be able to have children and a career. I may have learned that if I'm too successful, I can't find a partner. These are impossible standards. From today onwards, I allow myself choice. I can do whatever I want. And be a valuable, lovable human being. Whether I want kids or not is not related to that. Whether I have a career or not is not related to that. I may also have learned that being desired by men is super important. I may even have learned that it's my number one goal. And even if I want or have a male partner, I want my system to have choice around this. And I declare again my value regardless of any of that. I may have learned that I should not be picky with men. I may have learned that I have to compete with other women for men. I'd like to move through these ideas. If I want to date men, I decide what I need. I decide my standards. It's safe for me to have high standards. It's safe for me to be friends with women. I can be wait. I can be successful while they are successful. I can be happy while they are happy. I move through any residues that tell me I have to compete with women. I can have meaningful, supportive relationships with women. I can have meaningful, supportive relationships with any gender. I may have been conditioned in other ways when it comes to the patriarchy. I allow my body to move through any residues. I may have been, hmm, I may have experienced violence thanks to the patriarchy. I allow my body to start moving through that. I allow my body to process any pain around that. These events no longer say anything about me. It's the system that needs to change. I'm good just the way I am. I'm loving myself more and more every day. It becomes normal for me to stand up for myself. It's becoming normal for me to stand up for others. I'm being an example for other women in the freedom that we actually have. I'm becoming an example for the next generation. I define what femininity means to me. Mm, how do I say this? My uniqueness is my power. The ways in which I'm different are my beauty. The ways in which we're all different is what creates beauty. And so it is. Take a deep breath and out. Maybe you want to stretch a little bit. I recommend to drink some water. You've started some physical processes that require water. It's hard for me to speak. I'm like so zen. Um, I'm really curious how this was for you. I know that we went through a lot of stuff in a very short time. It was pretty generic. Things might be different for you depending on your culture, other aspects of your identity. I'd love to hear below which specific beliefs you may have gotten from your society, let's say Western society, right? And yeah, so we can connect more about that. And also, if you want me to go into a certain aspect more deeply, let me know. I'm going to make more of these tapping videos in the coming time. um, Thank you so much for doing this work. I think this is super helpful for the world. I forgot to say that with the male video, but it goes for all genders, right? Thank you for doing that. And I'd love to see you in the next video. And please like and subscribe if you want to support these videos getting out to more people. Bye.